Hello everyone, this is Luxorek and this is a video I wanted to do for a very long time. Why you should play The Witcher 1. Now you see with the third Witcher around the corner, a lot of people are asking a simple question. Should I bother with previous ones? The general consensus seems to be, sure, but only with The Witcher 2, skip the first one. I disagree, and let me tell you why. Now a disclaimer here. The Witcher is a very close thing to my heart. I'm Polish and this series is based on the books written by Polish writer Andrzej Sapkowski that I grew up reading. I still remember watching the first trailers for The Witcher 1 and the feeling of anticipation. It's not every day that one of your favorite book series gets adapted into a video game. I advise everyone to read a great article by Eurogamer about CD Projekt Red, the maker of this series. It's called Seeing Red, the story of CD Projekt, if you're hungry for background and such. I'll be as objective as it is possible. The game has flaws and I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. But here's the thing, if you've played The Witcher 1 and you didn't enjoy it, there's nothing I can say or do about it. Sometimes it just doesn't click. To all those undecided, however, hear me out. Number 1. The story. A good RPG has to have something that interests us. That's the hook that keeps us there, makes us come back. In case of The Witcher 1, it's the story. Now, saying anything about it would risk spoiling it for you, which is something I don't want to do. The premise is simple, however. You are Geralt of Rivia, a professional monster hunter, a witcher from the school of Wolf, and due to stuff that happens in the prologue of the game, you embark on a journey across Temeria. Now imagine a story filled with morally grey and questionable decisions, where often you're not sure if you're making a right or wrong one. Imagine a story where often there is no right decision, just a lesser evil. A story where your actions have long-term consequences that you could not have foreseen. Not to mention that if you're looking on it from the gameplay perspective, it offers replay potential. That is what The Witcher 1 has to offer in terms of the story. Number 2. The world. The world envisioned by Andrzej Sapkowski and created by the team at CD Projekt Red is a combination of elements from Slavic, Celtic and Western mythology in a setting that can be generally described as low fantasy. The Witcher 1 is set mostly in Temeria, one of the kingdoms of the north, plagued with disease, racism against non-humans and religious intolerance. It reminds us in many places of our own medieval world. Now you might say that it seems similar to the BioWare's Dragon Age Origins, but here's the thing. The Witcher 1 came out first, and in my opinion did its job much better than the game from BioWare. After all, they had the novels and the stories with the lore and cohesive world already created for them. Number 3. The characters. The characters of The Witcher 1, including our protagonist, Geralt of Rivia, are mostly creations of Andrzej Sapkowski. They have their motifs, past and character already established, and thanks to the people at CD Projekt Red, they were brought to life. The dynamics of the story and the world create an opportunity to interact with said characters from a completely new angle. What it's like to be shunned and oppressed, what it's like to have power and be above everyone else. Geralt is a witcher, a human, but still a mutant, therefore unlike any other human. He is tolerated at best by humans and non-humans alike, but often faces prejudice and violence. He has friends, however, dwarves, bards, sorceresses, other witchers, each representing a different outlook on the world around them. Number 4. The music. I believe that good music is an integral part of any visual medium, video games especially. So often it's an overlooked element, but The Witcher 1 has some of the most memorable music you will ever encounter in a video game. It was scored by Adam Skorupa and Paweł Błaszczak, and they did a phenomenal job. As I said before, the world of The Witcher is based on Slavic and Celtic mythology, and the music gives that feel perfectly. The soundtrack can stand on its own quite fine, which is something you don't see here very often. But here's the thing, combined with the visuals of the game, the music delivers so much more, and it's worth playing the game just to see it. Number 5. The atmosphere. And finally, the atmosphere of the game itself. You see all of the previous elements combined in a game that feels unusual. What does it mean? It means that the game feels different. You see, I've played a lot of video games in my life, and after a while you can easily spot similarities and patterns in many of them. I bet that many of you can recognize a Japanese RPG just by listening to the dialogue or by visuals. And it's the same thing for the Western RPGs or games in general. The Witcher 1 is a game made by Polish developers with Polish sensibilities. Basically, it has Eastern European flavor to it that is so unusual for people from, say, United States. It's the dialogue, the visuals, the characters, and so on. You won't experience a culture shock or anything like it, but you will still feel that the game is different, and that's a good thing. And that's that. If I've convinced any one of you to actually play the game, then I've done my job. Till then, like, subscribe, and if you enjoyed my video, be sure to come back.